Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Apple Check where we check Apple's products. And today we are going to check what's the differences between a real Apple Watch and a fake Apple Watch. And stay tuned for this video because I'll explain everything and also link the specs of the Apple Watch Series 4 down below. Alright, so here I have my Apple Watch Series 4. As you can see, it's not the newest Apple Watch, but it is sort of in the middle, even though there's the Apple Watch Series 7. But what we have so far is what we can do. So I am going to kind of like contrast and compare the differences and the similarities of Apple Watch Series 4 and a fake Apple Watch. So I'll show you guys how to not get tricked. No. If you want to order an Apple Watch and they're like, okay, it has this, like, come on, they might fool you, but you need to get what your money's worth, right? So in this video, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go into the first thing. Okay, so let's go into depth of what does the Apple Watch Series 4 have. As you can see, I have my Apple Watch Series 4 here, and let's go into the specs of what it has. So here it has stainless steel and it has an aluminum finish, and it also has GPS and cellular. So that's one of the perks of having this Apple Watch 4. Some of the features that it has 16 gigabyte capability. So that's actually really good for an Apple Watch because I'm like, what? Yeah. So now the display. We have a 44 millimeter display, a 40 millimeter display, and then we have an LTPO OLED Retina display. It also comes with a 64 dual core processor, up to 2 times faster processor with also a W3. Also has an Apple wireless chip. So we have Wi-Fi in the Apple Watch Series 4. And we have a USB power adapter. And then, it talks about the stainless steel 40 millimeter, the aluminum 40 millimeter, the aluminum 44 millimeter, and the height, the depth, the width, and the case size. If you guys want to know more about the case size, I'll go in it right now, and let's divide it up to sections. So this first section we're going to talk about is the stainless steel 40 millimeter. So what's the height, what's the width, what do we need to know? Okay, so the height of the stainless steel is 40 millimeters, because that's what it's called. And then the width is 34 millimeters. The depth is 10.7 millimeters. And the case height is 39.8 grams. So it's a good watch. So now that we know the 40 millimeter one, now let's go into the stainless steel 44 millimeter Apple Watch. So that one has a height of 44 millimeters, width of 38 millimeters, depth of 10.7 millimeters, and case size of 47.9 grams. There's a similarity and differences, but we won't really go into that since we want to see which Apple Watch are we going to get so we don't get scammed. Because, since the pandemic going on, and maybe if it wasn't going on, if we order online, sometimes it could be a bit iffy about what we're going to order. So then that way we know we're getting what's our money's worth, right? Yeah. So let's move on to the next one, which is the aluminum 40 millimeter. It has a height of 40 millimeters, a width of 34 millimeters, a depth of 10.7 millimeters, and the case weight is 30.1. It's a bit heavier, but then again, it's aluminum, so I guess. And then we have our aluminum of 44 millimeter, which is height 44 millimeters, width 38 millimeters, depth of 10.7 millimeters, and case size of 36.7 grams. So now that we know our heights, our width, our depth, and our case height, we're gonna go into, is it water resistant? What is it? Is it able to be swimming? Can you go to the ocean with it? Stuff like that. Like if you're like a swimmer and you want to take it to the gym, can you take it to the gym? And is it compatible? And what type of phone is it compatible with. Basically, the Apple Watch goes in the water for 50 meters. That's pretty good. So basically, this means that they should be used for shallow water activities like swimming in a pool or ocean. However, they should not be used for scuba diving, water skiing, or other activities that involve high velocity water or submersion below shallow depth. So please don't go scuba diving with your Apple Watch and say Apple Check said because right there it says shallow waters of 50 meters. So no high velocity water. No. We want to stay shallow and good for our Apple Watch to work. And the Apple Watch guarantees all day battery life. And it is also has GPS and cellular, which is when it's paired with the iPhone, which is a bit more costly when you buy it, but I have the option of just GPS, which is really good. It has the same thing, it's just that for cellular you could just leave your phone, and then just call or text, but it doesn't really matter. And then we have the capability. So we're like, okay, we know that Apple Check, but what can it connect to? So basically, we have an Apple Watch Series 4, which GPS and cellular requires an iPhone 6 or later with iOS 12 or later. So no iPhone 5 and below because it won't work. And then for the Apple Watch Series 4 with only GPS, it requires an iPhone 5S or later with iOS 12 or later. So basically, it could be compatible, your Apple Watch Series 4 with your iPhone 5S, but if only it has GPS. Now, if your Apple Watch Series 4 has GPS and cellular, then you're going to have to, either upgrade your phone or something because it won't work with your iPhone 5S. It'll work with an iPhone 6. So those are some features that we have for the Apple Watch Series 4. Now, where are we going to compare the fake Apple Watch or the real Apple Watch Series 4? Well, let's see and make sure they do not trick you because this is one of the main things that they're trying to do. Get your money's worth and not tell you. So, let's get straight into that. All right. So, I was like, okay, where do I find a fake Apple Watch? Well, I just searched a fake Apple Watch Series 4. And surprisingly, a lot of things came out. But this is the thing. Like, don't go searching Apple Watch Series 4 fake. Because, of course, it says fake in the name. Now, if you want to buy an Apple Watch, and they're a bit costly, not going to lie. And you're like, oh, this place has it for like $200. Or has it for $138 or something below the price. It may be used, but you never know. If scammers out there say it's a used Apple Watch and they just gave you like vague information about the Apple Watch, we have to be careful with those little facts and those little details that they sometimes miss. People won't really read and they'll just get their money and scam you guys, which is not really good. So here I have like a fake Apple Watch and it looks exactly like the real one. Maybe if we get enough likes in this video, maybe I'll buy it and I'll compare the two. But this one's $36 and let's get into the specs of this fake Apple Watch. So, it has watch color and it has black, silver, and rose gold. And watch sizes, we have 44 millimeter, we have 40, and we have a 10.7 millimeter. And then for the 40 millimeter, we have a 40, a 36, and a 10.7 millimeter. Interesting. So, the strap size is 44 millimeters and it fits 42/44 millimeter straps. And then the 40 millimeter has fit of a 38 millimeter and a 40 millimeter strap. So let's check the screen size. Screen size is 44 millimeter and it's basically like 1.54 inches, and then the 40 millimeter one is 1.40 inches. So they kind of got like the screen size on, but when we go to the battery, it has like a 380 mAh. I really don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's like a battery type. I really haven't heard of anything like that, so I'm like, that's like a little off guard if they give you information like that. It's like, if you don't know what it is, I mean, you could do research on it, but I really don't know what to say for that. It's kind of like a big throw off for me. And then it has wireless charger, which I guess, but the Apple Watch is sort of like a magnetic charger, but I guess it's kind of like a wireless charger, but I don't think it's the one they're talking about. And it has Bluetooth version 4. Now, we didn't really go in specifics about the Bluetooth part of the Apple Watch, but I really don't know if it's version 4. It supports Android OS 44 and above iOS 8.0. Now, previously on the real Apple Watch, it supported higher than 12.0 iOS. So this is like a big alert. And it comes in different languages. Well, we won't really get into that. And there's also a video or a smartwatch review. Let's see it together so we can see, is it really worth it or is it not? Because a lot of scammers can actually fool you saying that it's a real Apple Watch Series 4, when in reality, you're like, you go off of what they say, and then it's like a $36 Apple Watch. So let's watch the video. So I had to stop it right there because the video is a big throw off. It's a big throw off. They show the sides buttons, but in reality, the side of the Apple Watch has 2 speaker grills, and then the other side, it has a power button and has a tab button. Which on that one, it was just like blacked out, but I really don't know if they didn't want to like add the specifics to it, but we don't know. And also the one that threw me off as well was the back, because the back has like a certain design on it. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. And then right there, it did not look anything like the Apple Watch Series 4. And also, just the way that the software is built for the Apple Watch in there, it has the battery percentage on the corner. For the Apple Watch Series 4, it has like a little circle, and it tells you kind of like an iPhone. But there's a similarity. And also, they would like scroll up to get to different wallpapers and the Apple Watch, the real one, you have to swipe. So that's like little details you have to pay attention to. Okay, and also the graphics of the apps, they're not the same as the Apple Watch, so that's an also red flag. And you'll be like, come on, it's so obvious. Well, for like some buyers that really don't know a lot about technology, they might think that that's how it's supposed to be, but I'm here to tell you it's not. So that's what we're gonna see. And that's what we're learning on the process of this, because, where we check Apple's products is Apple Check. So we're checking so you don't get scammed in any of the Apple Watches that seem for lower prices, but they're not. Okay, so just out of the blue, without even watching the video, I would say they did a pretty good job, like into cloning the Apple Watch Series 4. The band looks so real, and the watch looks so real from afar. You can't really tell, but there's a good thing to look into the small details so you can see, so you don't get scammed. Well, that's some interesting, and also like they're actually really close, but at the same time like not really close to like the Apple Watch, since the features on it, when they would move their finger, it'll be kind of like a lag, and on the Apple Watch Series 4 there isn't like a lag. So like unless it's like I need to update or anything, they might be, but other than that there wouldn't be a lag or something like that. So basically, yeah, that's what we have for the fake Apple Watch Series 4. And then there's also like fake Apple Watch Series 5 and stuff. It just don't get scammed, please. Like, save your money. Like, I know it can be tough to buy these, or if you would want to, invest in one of these, I totally recommend. But just sometimes it takes a little bit of money worth to, get the quality that we need. Instead of going to a website that you never know, it could be even from Amazon. I'm not saying Amazon is bad or anything, but, just double check your info and let's make sure we don't get scammed. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. So please give a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and also please subscribe. I would very much appreciate it, because I work very hard for these videos, and I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the other previous videos so much about the iPhone 13 leaks. And I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!